Welcome to Fresh Fishing, guys. I'm Foxy.
And I am Wayne.
And today we're just going to have a little Christmas review of this year, really.
We're basically going to wrap things up for 2024, aren't we?
Yeah, I say Christmas review, it's because it is Christmas time, as you can see.
There's no reviews going on apart from reviewing ourselves.
Exactly, yeah. We're just going to have a look at the year, kind of what's kind of gone on. We did it last year. We did a bit of a Q&A last year. Forgot to do that this year. We've been too busy.
Way too busy.
But we're just going to talk over a few of the sessions, throw a few clips up, some of our favourite moments, talk about a few stats from the channel and the year. And yeah, that's you know, kind of seeing off the year really, because this video will be out Sunday, which is going to be the 22nd. So then obviously it's Christmas, but we do have videos all the way through the year because OMR's got us covered for the last weekend of this year.
Good old OMR.
But little plug.
Competitions, www.freshfishing.co.uk. Yeah, all the kind of, you know, top fishing brands that you can that you see out there. You can jump on the website. Tickets are really cheap. We started it basically so you can get good odds for winning prizes.
Yeah.
So,
and it obviously helps to fund the channel and allow us to go out, make better content, do better things, buy more expensive things for the channel, like camera gear and stuff that we're kind of using now. So yeah, so do go and check that out. And also, like the video. Please like the video.
Go and like. If you don't subscribe already, go and do that. Get your admin sorted.
Exactly.
Come back and let's have a look at what Fresh Fishing did in 2024.
Exactly. So so as you can see, we've got our Bailey's hot chocolates.
Cheers.
Cheers all.
Those. When was Bailey's hot chocolate introduced to the channel?
It was the Ladywood Lakes video.
It was last Christmas,
wasn't it? Yeah. We'd never had it before, and yeah, we were astounded by it. So yeah, we just thought we'd have a little talk through, almost like a little bit of a podcast style, really. But last year, we kind of set out to hit more day ticket venues, bigger names.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of did that, but maybe
we probably didn't hit as many as we would have liked.
Yeah. So we obviously did B2, Brasenose 2, Linear.
Did Linear, that was at the start of the year.
That was in February, wasn't it? So
yeah, January was
Kellet Lake,
Clearwater.
So that was another one that we wanted to hit. We absolutely love Clearwater.
So
we love Clearwater, so it's definitely a place worth visiting. We've got a session booked.
In fact, are we not going back? Yeah, we're going back there again, January.
Exactly.
Yeah, similar sort of start to this year.
Yeah.
And I started off well.
You did start off well. So I think you had 2, didn't you? And 1 was a 20.
I had 2, 1 was a 20 in January.
Yeah, which
so
is
if we can match that'll be
that'll be nice, wouldn't it?
But yeah, so we tried to hit a few of the bigger events, didn't we?
We did go to Linear and we did unfortunately blank. So
yeah, we did.
There for 48 hours
blanked.
Although I did have that bizarre run, didn't I?
But apparently there's a lot of trailing lines.
Trailers, so it's probably a trailer. But yeah, somewhere that we hope to visit again at some point. But we'll just kind of have to see. I think after that, I don't think me and you got many sessions in for a while. I think I hit Wellham, went and did a session on Wellham with my dad and my little son Caleb. We just ended up doing a night. We were booked on for 48. We did a night in the end because it was absolutely minging with mud, and Caleb was getting fed up.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. Yeah, I remember.
That was an alright little session. I think I had 5 or 6 carp, as you do at Wellham. It's kind of obviously a little runs water, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think Dad had a 20 on that session, so
that's a decent start to the year as well.
Yeah, not bad in March. The next session that me and you kind of went on was a while, wasn't it?
It was a while because I think I did one with the boys, didn't I?
That's what it was.
I did one with Elliot and
that was at the start of the year, wasn't it?
That was towards the start of the year, yeah. I blanked, Elliot blanked, and Kitch, I think Kitch got into one.
He had a little like 10-pounder, didn't he?
Something like that, yeah.
It's quite a nice little common though, wasn't it? Because there isn't many commons in Tees Valley.
And I remember it was cold that night. He broke his bivvy, didn't he? He had to go and buy a new bivvy.
He went and bought a Fox Frontier, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't feel like I fish as much this year as I normally do. I feel like I had less sessions this
Not
year.
many like ad hoc sessions either, you know, just like,
Randoms.
yeah, just little random ones here and there.
Because I normally
kind of
do quite a few random ones, and I didn't get round to really doing that. It's been a busy year.
Yeah.
But also the introduction of Team Fresh Fishing.
Yeah, and the boys getting out and doing...
And the boys getting out and doing their own vlogs.
We've obviously had Jay doing... Jay's done a few for us this year. Elliot's done a couple.
Exactly.
Kitch did try. He did try.
He attempted.
Yeah, he had a bit of a nightmare with his phone, didn't he? But then I think I went on a little session down in...
He did a family thing.
Family fishing holiday. Where was it? Down in... It's like Norwich way, wasn't it? Kings Lynn.
Right.
Kings Lynn kind of area. And that was like me and Dad and obviously the family. But it was... I remember saying to you, like, I'm not going to hit the fishing hard. It was going to be more, you know, like we'll fish when we're at the lodge.
It's a family holiday. If you get a bit of time, you're going to get the rod out.
Exactly. We're actually going out and doing stuff. But...
Ignore me.
Yeah, I think we had loads. I actually can't remember how many we had. It was one of them where... but they were like little pasties.
Yeah.
I think
nothing of significance.
The best I had was a 16-pounder, which was a nice
What was
cat.
the best you had at, sorry, rewind a bit, Wellham?
It's probably 16, 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
They were all like doubles.
Mid-double.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good little trip. And then I think the next session that we actually went on together was Selby Three Lakes.
Oh, that was our best ever 24-hour together, wasn't it?
It was.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
we
not
had...
including a France trip or like...
What was it we had in the end? I think I had 5 or 6.
I think I had about 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty... Again, some of them were like little pasties and that, but then there was obviously the whole 20 saga, because...
The whole 20 saga.
It was... but it worked itself out in the end, didn't it? Because...
It did.
There was just one spot that was kicking off. Obviously, I was in that swim, and I just said to Wayne, I was like, you know, let's just share the bites now because they're coming so thick and fast. Anyway, obviously, he picks up the one where it's an absolute lump on the end of it.
Of course he did.
It was a 20-pounder. And we were having a laugh about that. But then we went to Drayton on the social, like a month later or a few weeks later, and him thinking that
Drayton, we're going to get into loads. Because my rod screamed off and Foxy was near it. I was like, go on, mate.
I just ran out
it.
like crazy, and he was like, yeah, just take it. Anyway, that ended up being a 20. So it kind of worked itself out in the end, didn't it?
But what, so what month? Oh, so the social was April, wasn't it? Mm. And so Selby was...
Must have been early April.
March?
Or March, maybe end of March, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember thinking, like, after Selby, I had done, was it maybe 3 sessions?
And you'd had 220s.
And I had 220s, so I was like, right, you know, years got off to a flyer. And then it just kind of seemed to slow right down for me, I think.
Yeah. But was that due to... So obviously we did Drayton. Oh, then we had... Sorry, we're going to admit we've got the laptop down here, so we are looking at kind of what we've kind of done. But yeah, we did go to Tom's Pond.
And that was where I had my best fishing of the year.
And that was
the best
28 pounds?
28-pounder, yeah.
That was a really nice
Beautiful,
carp.
beautiful carp.
And obviously you got into 1 cat. I think you had 1 cat, I had 2 cats, plus a carp.
That was a really good 24-hour,
and
Omar
then
got into it.
Omar, well, he did. He went for a poo as he normally does, and I ended up getting it in for him. But he got a run on his rod in the end, and it was a catfish.
So when was that then? Because I remember it being really sunny when we went to Tom's Pond.
It must have been May, mustn't it? Early May.
Yeah.
And it was like, that day was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It just felt like proper holiday vibes. Obviously, the setup at Tom's Pond is class.
Beautiful.
And yeah, I want to go back there. Obviously, you've just been back there recently.
I just went back, and blanked me tits off. But yeah, I think, so that probably takes me up to, because I think you had a couple sessions after that as well. So I think that takes me up to like halfway point of the year. So kind of getting to that point, 6 months, and I'd probably had maybe like, I don't know, 5 sessions, including the social.
Yeah.
Blanked 2 of them. You know, got into 220s, a 28. My first half of the year was absolutely...
good.
I'd say it was incredible.
Yeah, it's good.
I'd say. But I think it really took a nosedive after then.
Yeah, what we've got. So obviously I went and did a little session in France. I mean, it was really a little session, because that was more of a family holiday, but there was a lake on site, so me and Dad managed to get into a few. We went and fished one night, and it kicked off in about like 2 hours, and then we were like, so we just call it quits there. And we
had your fun.
Exactly, we had our fill. So we had a few 20s and stuff, which was nice. And then after that, the next session that we went on would have been UK Blanks.
UK Blanks.
So UK Blanks 2, obviously if you're regular fans of the channel, you'll know we do kind of like 3 sessions in a kind of one over a succession of nights.
I look back on UK Blanks 2 as I hated it.
I loved it.
I hated it.
I loved it.
I just hated it. Hated it. It was rubbish.
Nah, man, it was class.
Yeah, it was. Listen, as always, it was an adventure, of course. But when you put in such hard work to do 3 venues over 4 nights?
3 venues, 4 nights.
4 nights. It's a lot of packing up, packing down.
It is a lot of effort.
Carrying all your gear all over the Naseby. We was introduced to Naseby and that trek.
And it is, yeah.
And I nearly died.
It is a trek, but
and we didn't. For you, it was amazing, of course.
I mean, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think if we would have had, if I'd have had more fish overall, because when you do 4 nights.
Yeah, you want a better hit rate.
I got 1 fish at Naseby, which again was it a 20?
Yeah, it was.
It was a 20, wasn't it?
That was a PB in the end.
£20 common,
Common
20 odd
PB.
pound common. So, I'm just greedy. I just want.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
He is.
Nah, I just loved it. I just loved the whole adventure of it. I've said to him I want to do it next year, and he's like, oh, I can't be bothered.
No, it's not that I can't be bothered. It is. I think I'd prefer to maybe go to somewhere like Linear and do a couple of the lakes on the site, or somewhere like Norton and do a couple of the few different lakes. So it's not as the hardship's not as much.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
We will. But yeah, I mean, for me, it was decent. Norton Disney first time visit. I managed to get into a couple, which, by the way, I would have shared with him. He just didn't want to.
I lost a fish on that session as well.
He did lose a fish in the morning as well. Again, had you landed that, it would have made it a lot better.
What a rubbish session.
Would have made it better. But obviously,
it was amazing seeing you get into your PB though. Because
I was going to say,
obviously, like
at the end, the icing on the cake was the PB.
We fished obviously so much together, and you've not really been that lucky in terms of fish size. Obviously, you catch fish, but for whatever reason, no one can choose what size they are at the end of the line.
Nah.
So to see you kind of net that.
Yeah,
and that was
it was a
whopper.
It was a lovely carp, wasn't
Beautiful, wasn't it?
Lovely carp, Monument 2. And yeah, I remember even just playing it, I was absolutely pooing my pants, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Pretty much shaking.
Yeah.
Because obviously your rod goes off there and you don't know what's on the end of it, you know. They've
It goes up to 40, doesn't it?
I think it might be touching 50 in Monument 2 now.
Oh, really?
So like it goes off there and it could be, you know, I mean, it was for me, like, what was it, £28.13? So not quite a 30, but I almost like the fact that my PB's kind of like just gradually going up. It's not
slowly
jumping.
but surely.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, shout out to Dad. Dad also got his PB the next day, so we'd left early because we were just like, we've had enough. You know,
I woke up, I was raging.
He was raging, but I'd also had enough because I was just like, well, I've had a PB now and I'm sick of packing up, and you know, we just wanted to get on the road at that point. But Dad obviously stayed with some of the other lads and he ended up getting into...
Yeah.
His was 29 or something, wasn't it? So not quite a 30. But
He's had a good year this year. He had a great France trip as well.
He did. And then, yeah, I think I went out, did a few little overnight sessions just like after work and that. And I do like going and doing them, but then also I look back and I think if I planned them properly, would they be better? Because I end up going after work at 4 p.m. and then I've got to be away by like 9 a.m. So you're not getting anything near a full 24 hours.
No.
You know, by the time you've actually got there, set up, got your rods in and all that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're all right to do, but yeah.
We're just a slave to the YouTube content.
That's it, yeah. Like
decent filming.
Yeah, exactly. Then I went down to... That was Kings Lynn, to the little luxury place. I didn't have a good time, but obviously my mate Davey managed to get quite a nice, I think that was a £20. He got that on the bank. But that place, well worth a visit. There's other lakes on site there as well, course lakes and stuff. If you just want to go with your little and stuff, really, really cool place, well worth a visit. Just looking at the channel there, Dad, he did his own trip to France. I think he had a quite enjoyable trip. He didn't catch anything massive as such. I think he got a 30 on the last day, didn't he?
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
But yeah, he was happy with that. I think it was called Lac La Chose. I always just laugh because when I was editing him, he was going, Lac La Chose.
Oh, yeah, he said it a lot in the video, didn't he? I think
yeah.
he just likes saying it himself.
He does. And then after that was pretty much, well, actually there was the Naseby social. Can't skip that out.
Definitely not.
And that was class. It was probably our best social, I would say, in terms of everyone catching, some absolute units coming out. There was a few 30s, there was quite a lot of 20s, and quite a lot of people caught. Yeah. And just the whole vibe of it was just really good, wasn't it?
Like, it's probably my highlight of the year is probably that social, and obviously everything that comes with it, like everyone, meeting, getting together, having a laugh. Obviously, so many groups of friendships have been formed off the back of the first social, or the social last year, the 48-hour last year.
Yeah.
Westmore, was it?
Yeah.
And then that's just evolved. New people have got involved. They've created their own WhatsApp group. They're all going, a few of them are,
meeting up and
sorting their own trips to France out and stuff. So that's probably like one of the highlights for me.
Yeah.
The fact that that community's proper come together.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, massively. And then after that we had our France trip.
Francais.
Which
En français.
we absolutely loved. Like we kind of said it at the end of the video and stuff, we didn't end up getting into anything. You go to France
substantial,
and you do want to catch an absolute whopper, don't you?
A unit.
I think I had 2 30s, you had 130 in the end. We had a good few 20s.
But I think that's got to be something on the agenda for next year now.
Yeah, probably.
Instead of going for those kind of like runs water.
I mean, it's worth saying we chose that. Do you know what I mean? Like we said after when we went to Molyneux the year before, we were like, right, let's just go somewhere and let's just catch. Let's just try and get somewhere where we can get a few fish in the bank, and that's exactly what happened. And also, it was quite good for us because we've never really fished a really weedy water. And that was particularly weedy.
Yeah,
and
it was a big learning curve.
It was a big learning curve, and I think it was good for us actually.
And it helped our confidence for fishing in those types of waters.
Exactly. I think now if we ever go anywhere weedy, we'll be sound. We'll know exactly what to do and what to expect if you do hook into a fish and stuff.
But I think like other than the France, I've only done one session since then, and that was Tom's Pond with Jesse. So that pretty much, like that France session pretty much wrapped me up for the year, really.
I mean, I'm pretty much the same. I've obviously gone, it's not been on the channel yet, it's going to be on the channel next year, because, we're trying to get that content sorted. But I did go to Norton Disney.
In the pissing down of rain.
In Storm Burt, yeah. So that was.
You can always trust Foxy.
It is just like written in the stars, isn't it? But yeah, I went there, so I'm not going to give any spoilers away. So watch out for that coming on the channel. But did go there, but that's pretty much it. I think I said to you, I'm going to try and get out with Dad maybe once more before the end of the year. That'll just be a little day sesh.
So what's been like your highlight then for the year?
It's got to be the PB, hasn't it?
PB, yeah.
It's got to be. I think so, yeah. Like, just the whole moment of it, like me and you just chilling, sat around, and then the rod going, you're like, Foxy!
And we even had a cameraman as well. That was great as well.
Stu was there helping out. And yeah, just like playing it, absolutely just pooing myself, like, wanting to get it in, then getting it in.
Always scared.
And then having all the lads there as well.
Yeah.
The wetting and stuff. And
yeah,
I think that has to be my highlight, as well as like you've kind of touched on. We've had 2 socials this year. They've both been really good. Naseby obviously being the better one. But, getting involved with all the lads and stuff and continuing them. We've obviously got another social book next year at Naseby again. So that was class.
It was so good, we had to do it again.
Exactly. Yes. What about yours?
Yeah, no, that's what I said. So my highlight of the year was that social, like, and obviously the way the friendships have been formed and everybody's kind of come together, created like separate groups and all that sort of stuff. So.
And then the highlight fish.
Highlight
Tom's
fish
Pond.
for me, yeah, it's Tom's Pond.
28
£28. It was a lovely, lovely fish. I do love that venue. It's like a little, like I say, little hobbit land, or
It
hobbit
is
fisherman
crazy little
land.
venue.
You know, a lot of kind of these serious anglers wouldn't consider that even a venue. You know, it's just like
It is a pond.
pond. But
There's some unit fish in there.
listen, it's nice and it works. So
Yeah.
why not? Why not?
Yeah.
But in terms of kind of next year,
Well, let's not go into that yet.
well, I just want to say, in terms of kind of next year, I'd like to, take it to the next level, basically. But I'm pretty pleased with how things have gone this year. Like I said, I mean, we've spoken about this before, off kind of camera recently, and I don't think that I've, like I say, fished that much this year, or as much as I'll probably have previously, and I'd like to do a little bit more fishing next year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've said we're going to try and do a few more like ad hoc ones like we were talking about, even if it is just after work and stuff. There's a few little challenge videos and stuff. There's a little bit of a taster that we want to try and do next year, don't we? Which would be good. But yeah, I mean, all in all, pretty decent year. We wanted to end the year on 10,000 subscribers. It's not looking likely at this point. I think it's going to maybe be like 9. Yeah, we're just short of 9,000.
We'll be lucky if we get to that 9K. But listen, even that will be.
Oh yeah, we're absolutely buzzing for each and every subscriber that we've got. Like, thankful to everyone. I mean, we've just got some of the stats up here. Our videos got 576,000 views in 2024.
That's not bad, is it?
576,000.
Over half a million people
views.
Watching us.
Idiots.
Why? But no, I'm joking. No, we massively appreciate it.
Yeah.
Watch time in hours. 97,500 hours. That is a lot. Can you imagine how many it would have been if people weren't forwarding and skipping all the time? Right? New subscribers so far, nearly just under 2,500 new subscribers over the last 12 months. So that's pretty damn good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quality. It's quality. Like, the channel is progressing probably more than we'd imagined. Like, you know, when we first started this thing, it was literally just, let's just go out there, let's just make some content of the places that we're going to fish and like almost review them and stuff. And then obviously what it's kind of grown into, the fact that channel's at this point, we've now got the competitions that are doing really well. We've got our own little merch side and the socials as well. So all in all, it's turned into a proper little business, which is, you know, it's doing really well, going from strength to strength. And hopefully next year we can hit that 10K. That is the target, obviously. Hit that 10K and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah, see where it goes. But in the meantime, we'll enjoy, keep putting out that content for you. If you could do us a favour, head over to the website and buy a couple of raffle tickets. That'd be amazing.
Or merch.
Or merch.
There is some decent merch on there, you know, little winter hat, caps.
Just to kind of help support us, keep everything going, running smoothly, running along nicely, and we can keep putting out this content.
Exactly that. And it is worth saying that next year we are planning to try and take the game up a little bit with the camera equipment and all that kind of stuff, and really try and, because sometimes we say it, don't we, we're a bit lazy sometimes. We just shot a camera up and then just, you know, we're going to try and get different angles. We're going to try and be a little bit more professional with it, and see what we can do there and try and improve things that way.
Yeah.
But we're going to leave on a final note by saying we hope you have a very Merry Christmas and you get all the fishing goodies that you are wishing for from Santa. And yeah, we will see you in the new year. Well, I'm saying that we'll see you in the new year. We'll see you next week before the new year with OMR. He's got a little session for you. And then we'll see you.
Not quite done just yet.
Not quite done.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
You going to cheers me?
Come on then.
Cheers.
We've only got a little bit left. Cheers all.
Cheers.
Oh, that is nice. If you did like the video, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you don't already. Click the alert bell so you get notified when we post any new content, and we'll see you in the new year.
See you soon.